Anong mainit na balita mula sa mundo ng politika, matinding aksyon laban sa katiwalian ng pinangunahan ngayon ni Senador Rodante Marcoleta. Sa isang sesyon ng Senado, inilahad ng senador ang serye ng umano'y irregularidad at anomalya sa ilang ahensya ng gobyerno. Mariin niyang binigyang diin na hindi siya uurong sa laban kontra korupsyon at handa siyang isiwalat ang lahat ng ebidensyang hawak upang managot ang mga tiwaling opisyal. Kasabay nito, nakumpirma na nakikilahok na rin ang Korte Suprema sa malawakang investigasyon. Ngayon, sa mga ulat, naglabas na ng kautusan ng kataas-taasang hukuman upang busisiin ang mga kasong may kinalaman sa maling paggamit ng pondo ng bayan. Lalo nitong pinatibay ang panawagan para sa hustisya at pananagutan ng mga sangkot sa issue. Samantala, nagpahayag ng suporta ang ilang mambabatas at grupong sibiko sa hakbang ni Marcoleta. Ayon sa kanila, malagang magsilbing halimbawa ang kampanyang ito para tuluyang maputol ang ugat ng korupsyon na matagal nang sumisira sa tiwala ng taong bayan sa pamahalaan. Nagbabala rin sila na oras na mapatunayan ng mga anomalya, hindi dapat makalusot ang kahit sino gaano man kataas ang posisyon. Ngayon, nag-aabang ang publiko na maging resulta ng piksa ni pwersa ng aksyon ng Senado at ng Korte Suprema. Malaki ang inaasahang epekto nito sa hinaharap ng pamahalaan at sa pagbuo ng mas matatag na sistemang walang kinikilingan. Kung magtatakumpay, maaaring magsilbing makasaysayang hakbang ito tukong sa tunay na reforma laban sa korupsyon sa bansa. At yan nga ang mabalitang ating pagkakatutukan, at kung bago ka pa lamang sa aking channel ay huwag kakalimutang mag-like, share and subscribe para updated ka sa mga bagong balita dito sa Tatak Pinas.
Pong September 8, 2025, ako pa rin po ang chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Ang Blue Ribbon Committee po ang nag-approve ng legal and physical custody nung ma-cite in contempt si Bryce Hernandez. Nung makiusap po ang Speaker ng House of Representatives sa inyo, di po ba dapat nakonsulta naman ang chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee? Dahil kami po, ginawa namin yun through the collective wisdom of the committee. Dapat naman sana, nung siya'y mag-request ngayon sa House of Representatives, hindi po sa kanya dapat manggaling ang request kung saan siya magko-custody. Ang custody po yung natapos na. Nagsalita na po ang Blue Ribbon Committee. Bakit po hindi man lang nakonsulta ang Blue Ribbon Committee? Bakit kailangan po ang House of Representatives Speaker ang mananaig sa kanyang request? Kalabisan na po ba ang Blue Ribbon Committee noong araw na yun, Mr. President?
Majority Leader.
Monday was the hearing here in the Senate. Monday he was cited in contempt. But
Yeah.
the hearing in the House was on Tuesday, September 9.
Yes,
And as,
Tuesday.
uh,
So in the evening, when yesterday, no. So in the evening, when the speaker called me, Senator Marcoleta was no longer chairman of the Blue Ribbon.
No more because we had already elected
It was
Senator
already Senator Lacson.
Lacson. Yes.
Ibig bang sabihin po, Mr. President, nawawala ng visa yung ginawa namin?
Hindi. He's
Ganun po pala.
He's still in legal custody.
Dapat po,
Therefore,
igagalang po kung ano yung aming iniwan.
yes,
Doon tayo magsisimula.
Ang iniwan ninyo, cite in contempt.
Hindi
And
po.
legal
Nasa
custody
legal
of the
custody
Senate.
na po ng,
He was
ng
still
House.
under the legal
ng,
custody of
ng
the Senate.
At yun na mga kabayan napakatindi po nung nangyari Ngayon lang po, katatapos lang po. Napakatindi po ng pangyayari dyan sa Senado. Nagkasagutan po. Nagkasagutan at nagpang-abot po si Senator Marcoleta at si Tito Soto. Kanina po mga kabayan pinag-uusapan po kung saan po ang kustudiya nito ni Bryce Hernandez. Na kung saan po mga kabayan, nabunyag po ng napakatindi. Na ito pong si Soto ay nakipag-usap po kay Speaker Romualdez. Mga kabayan, nagtatanong po si Senator Marcoleta, bakit po pinayagan ito si Bryce Hernandez na hindi ibalik sa Senado? Kasi mga kabayan, nakakontempt po Noong si Senator Marcoleta pa ang Senate Blue Ribbon Chairman, kinontempt na po si Bryce Hernandez, mga kabayan. Tapos mga kabayan, doon po sa hearing sa House sa mga crocodile. Humihingi po siya ng proteksyon sa mga senador na wag na daw po siyang ibalik. Ay humihingi po siya ng proteksyon sa mga congressman na wag siyang ibalik sa Senado. Eh mga kabayan, siya po ay nakontempt eh. Di ba? So dapat pagkatapos po nung hearing na yon, ibabalik siya. Pero mali po mali ang nangyari o iba ang nangyari mga kabayan. Nakipag-usap si Speaker, si Romualdez, kay Soto. Kaya hindi po nakabalik si Bryce Fernandez diyan sa Senado. Pusang gala talaga. Ito na nga po yung sinasabi natin mga kabayan eh. Ito na po yung sinasabi natin. Mapoproteksyonan na po eh. Hindi po matutumpok talaga. Magkakaroon po ito ng cover up, malamang sa malamang. Isipin mo, kinontempt yan ni Senator Marcoleta. Tapos ang sasabihin nito ni Soto eh, tanggal ka na eh. Tanggal ka ng chairman, hindi na ikaw ang chairman. Oh, kaya nag-decide si Soto mga kabayan na pagbigyan si Speaker. Pusang gala. Eto na po yun mga kabayan. Eto na po yun. Eto na yung sinasabi natin. Magiging itbulaga na po yan. Yung house hearing na yan, yung sa flood control, itbulaga na po ang mangyayari. Bakit? Iskul-bukol po kasi yung Senate President eh. Pantakin mo. Kinulong niya sa Senado. Pinakiusapan ka lang ni Speaker, pumayag ka na. Pusang gala. Pusang gala talaga. Sensya na po mga kabayan. Pero grabe po. Tapos itong si Subiri, naging tagapagtanggol ni Soto. Mga kabayan, labo-labo na po talaga eh. Pinagtatanggol mo pa yung mali. Kaya pala gusto nyo kayo yung nandyan sa bumibigay na dyan sa Senado. Diba? Tama po sinabi ni Senator Bato dyan eh. Bakit yung si Grijaldo? Diba? Nandoon sa kamara. Kinulong doon. Dahil nagbanggit siya ng mga pangalan sa Senado. Oh. Tapos si Bryce Fernandez hindi niyo ibabalik. Usang gala talaga. Mga panoorin niyo po yung nangyari dyan ha. Yung patungkol po dyan sa talagang nagpangabot. Grabe talaga. Booking na booking. Booking na booking si Soto. Ito ba mga kabayan?
The last time I know that Bryce Hernandez was cited in contempt and was issued commitment order to the USAA detention room. May I know the whereabouts of that Bryce Fernandez right now, Mr. President?
Well, according to the newspaper accounts that I've read, I think they had our Senate President and the Speaker of the House had an agreement to commit Bryce Hernandez at the PNP Custodial Center at Camp Crame.
May
If I'm
I
correct,
clarify?
Mr. President.
May I clarify that quite accurate answer by Senator Estrada for the information of Senator De La Rosa and the public. Yesterday, after the hearing, during the hearings that they were conducting in the House, Speaker Martin Romualdez called me and said that their committee was allowing Mr. Hernandez to remain in the House and in the House of Representatives, and that he was requesting that he not be returned back to the Senate because of some fear for his life. That is according to him. So what I did was I asked the Speaker what he plans, because we cannot allow that. I said he is under our custody and therefore he is in contempt in the Senate. Pag iniwan namin sa inyo, sabi ko, ibig sabihin niyan para namin pinawalan.
Correct,
Kaya
Mr.
hindi ako
President.
pumayag. Correct. So
Correct.
what I did was I asked the Sergeant at Arms to bring Mr. Hernandez to the PNP Custodial Center, and that is where he is now. still under the care of the OSA.
Mr. President, is there a possibility that we can commit him back here in the Senate?
Of course, during he's still under custody of the Senate, and therefore
Let him be jailed here, Mr. President.
indirects. We had to give in to the request of the Speaker that he be not returned here as.
Yeah, but Mr. President, I think as we speak, the jurisdiction of the person of Bryce Hernandez belongs to the Senate.
Yes, and that's why we can call him here anytime we need him.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah. Senator Alan Cayetano is recognized.
Mr. President, on that
Minority
point,
Leader is recognized.
may I know, Mr. President, will that be the new rule? Because under the present rule, kung sino may jurisdiction, siya'y magde-decide. So for example, siya'y incarcerated under RTC. So magpapaalam tayo sa RTC kung pwede nating hiramin. So nagpaalam sila sa atin kung pwede nila hiramin yung witness. Kasi insulto po sa atin yung sabihin may mangyayari sa kanya dito. Unang-una po, 24 tayo na lahat independent. Sinabi na rin po ng Senate President na ginagalang natin na independent ang Senate. Never naman po nagkaroon ng problema dito. ZTE, Pangulo pa. I remember dito, munti kaming maghablutan, if Senator Lacson remembers, with former Congressman Andaya, with our other witnesses, with Secretary Neri. Di ba, parang may PSG pa atang pumasok, whatever, no? But we were able to handle it well and come to a conclusion. My point, Mr. President, is this. What if the reverse happens now? What if we borrow a witness from the House? Is that the new rule now? Na PNP custodial na? Or makikiusap tayo pabalik sa House? Because I don't think we should change rules without doing it either in caucus as a group. But I see the wisdom, Mr. President, of your immediate action. I'm not questioning your immediate action, Mr. President. I'm just asking, moving forward, shouldn't we keep the old rule na kung sino may custody, yun ang mag-keep nung custody niya, Mr. President?
Yes, and that is the decision that the presiding officer made last night. Indeed, you are right. He is in our custody. Now, what we did yesterday was what we call parliamentary courtesy in accepting the proposal that he be not returned here but still under the care of the Senate. Now, in the issue of, let's say, keeping it here, or the previous tradition that the Senate may cite in contempt anyone and keep him here. We have also placed a witness to Muntinlupa, if you will recall. Yes. We also even sent somebody to the Pasay City Jail. So I don't see any reason why we cannot commit this particular fellow to the PNP Custodial Center. But then again, I will leave it to the decision of the body. That was my decision last night. But if there is something that is a new decision that you would want, I will throw it to the body.
Mr. President, I respect your decision, and I will tell you if I don't. I have always been honest and told you what I thought, no? And I do agree that certain decisions have to be made right away by the Senate President at that point. And you do not want a constitutional crisis or ayaw natin mag-agawan ng witness sa gitna ng and perception is important. Kung nakipag-agawan po kayo o tayo kagabi, it would appear na baka may katotohanan yung sinabi about senators kaya pinipilit natin dito. The problem is, meron din kasing perception tuloy that by not having him back here, baka nga totoong ini-influensya natin. But from my point of view, from my limited point of view at this point in time, when he was here, no one was talking to him from the Senate panel. But according to Senator Marcoleta, he got information that the witness was being asked to single out senators there. So only God knows if Senator Jinggoy is the good one or the better one. Only God knows the totality of accusations against Brother Joel. But what do I know? I know na si Brother Joel, 2016 pa lang, 2017, when I left the Senate to go to the DFA, speech na ng speech to tungkol sa flood control eh. Even President Duterte had a speech na ang problema ko DPWH. Never tinago ni ano yun, ni President Duterte. Nandun yun po, nasa Facebook, nasa TikTok na sinasabi niya baka may ghost project pa. 2022, to be fair to our new chairman of the committee on the Blue Ribbon Committee, and the Senate President, you weren't here at that time, but I'm sure you monitored it. Tinuturo naman ni Secretary Bonoan kung bakit nagkaganon yung budget at ba't suddenly lumaki na naman yung budget. No? So the point is, Mr. President, perception here matters. Tomorrow ba or the next day, we will announce, I think Malacanang has already said they will announce a independent commission. The minority has not discussed whether we will support it or not. Personally, I support it. But just like Ferdinand Marcos Sr., he always asked the opposition for one member. Kasi kahit gaano ka-independent ang members niyan, kahit anong integrity niyan, tao pa rin yan eh. Pwedeng may agenda pa rin yung mga yan. So we will discuss in the minority. For example, kung maglalagay sila doon, do they commit? Hindi sila tatakbo for national office in 2028. Baka may integrity nga. Gagamitin naman yung commission to run in 2028. Will they sign also that wala silang conflict of interest? Because some of the credible people now being interviewed are part of conglomerates and are working for oligarchs that also have their interests, maybe not in infrastructure, but on other things. So ang point ko, Mr. President, na-disrupt yung sistema ng corruption, which is good. Pero ang ginagawa pabalik ng mga corrupt, dinidisrupt din tayo eh. Dinidisrupt din yung mga nag-iimbestiga. That's why yesterday, I'm happy we have a consensus, the majority and minority, that we should continue our hearings. Iba yung sa House. I mean, wala tayong pakialam doon. If we agree with it or not, nasa sa kanila yon. Kung nag-iimbento sila o totoo sinasabi nila, yan ang sistema eh. Democracy is messy. Tayo po dito, respetuhin din nila. Kung may problema sa miyembro natin, 24 naman po tayo. We call out each other and we find a way to still have coffee or merienda together in the lounge. Sometimes not for 1 week because we're upset at each other. But that's the system, Mr. President. So again, Mr. President, I support, I acknowledge your right and the wisdom of deciding that last night. But personally, I don't know my companions in the minority. Personally, labanan ngayon ng perception. Tutuloy ba yung mga hearings? Sino ba ipapatawag? Kakampihan ba natin mga senador? Porque kapwa senador yon. Pwede ba magsalita yung iba? Kasi dati siyang DPWH. Kasi dati siyang speaker. Dati siyang all of this will be there, Mr. President. No? If only we could have the speeches of Senator Lacson in like yesterday in such an orderly manner. But hindi po ganun pagka pag nandiyan na yung mga witnesses eh. Ang katotohanan po nun, kung 10 yung witness, unless we have 1 witness at a time, pero kung 10 ang witness, 10 ang senador, you cannot stop any senator kung sino tatanungin niya doon, Mr. President, di ba? So yun po ang problema lang, that since this involves high-ranking people and the PNP is not under the Senate, it creates another perception who controls who. But thank you for informing us that USAA is there and they're looking at that. No? But Mr. President, sa akin lang po, kung babaguhin yung rule, so I acknowledge you're not changing the rule. You made a decision and is throwing it back. But kung babaguhin yung rule, I think we have to discuss it thoroughly. Because nga, masyadong mabigat yung accusation nung DE ba? Assistant DE na takot siya dito or whatever. Kasi Mr. President, ang dami na natin naging witness dito kung sino-sino inaccuse kapwa senador eh. Never naman. I think when I was Blue Ribbon Chair, I just remember si Jun Losada natulog pa sa couch sa opisina ko. Sa baba, I think I only visited 1 witness once. Otherwise, hindi eh. So, anyway, Mr. President, thank you for your patience in hearing us out. But may I defer to the chairperson now of the committee.
Yes, before Senator Ping Lacson is recognized.
Thank you,
before
Mr. President. With all due respect to the distinguished minority leader, there's what we call legal custody and physical custody. Lawyers know this, Mr. President. As long as the Senate retains the legal custody over the person of Bryce Hernandez, the physical custody is of no moment, Mr. President. Whenever we need him, we'll just direct the PNP Custodial Center to deliver him here. And if the House of Representatives will be needing him, they will have to ask our permission. They cannot go direct to the PNP and tell them to bring the person of Bryce Hernandez to the House of Representatives. And this is not a new rule, Mr. President. We have committed Alvin Balag to the Pasay City Jail. We have committed persons cited in contempt by the Senate in other detention centers. We're not changing the rules, Mr. President. So that's my manifestation, Mr. President.
Minority Leader, go ahead.
Tama po si Senator Lacson na may legal at physical custody. Pero it's always the committee and the Senate who decides the physical custody. So in the case na sinabi yung Pasay City Jail, it was the decision of Senator Dick Gordon and the committee na doon ilagay. In fact, ayaw nila eh. Yung mga kinulong doon gusto nga dito. In this case, it is the witness, Assistant DE, saying wag niyo akong dalhin doon, tapos siya yung nasunod. So the issue here is not only the physical and the legal custody. The issue also is the integrity of the Senate, the perception that if we don't have him here,